Greetings and salutations! My name is Michael Swan and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you and today we are checking out No Place For Bravery. Now, when I looked at the Steam page for No Place For Bravery, I was like, what kind of game is this? And the game description in terms of the tags are pixel graphics, indie, single player, and adventure. That is not informative whatsoever beyond the single player and pixel graphics, and indie is becoming a very vague term, right? However, in the description it says, Thorn, an old warrior worn down by decades of vim and violence, roams a world undone in search of his lost daughter. Dodge, parry, and cleave your way out of brutal clashes in this 2D top-down action RPG and discover the bone-chilling tale of Thorn's crusade to make his family whole again. Okay, so we got a top-down 2D action RPG that probably has, you know, like hack and slash dodgy style stuff. And as we go to the first trailer, you get an idea of what we're looking at here. So we actually have 5 trailers for this game total to kind of show its journey from yesterday to today. And so the announcement trailer first was shown off in June of 2013. And we move on to all the way up to the release date trailer that was shown off in June of this year. So one of the nice things about seeing the game from before to now, we can kind of see how much, if at all, it has grown since it was first shown off to when it finally started to get closer to release. So let's see what No Place For Bravery has. Volume. That's what it has. Jesus. It has volume. All right, well, that's cool. It has Jesus? Maybe. You don't know. Oh, not a fan. Not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to go in there. All right, the grass effects, the grass cut it. Whoa, the blood too. Okay. You got some cool, like, interactive environment effects going on. Looks like Jesus, all right. Yeah, if Jesus was a fucking Viking. God. I'm at the skeleton. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, Eve, I see you. Calm down with your bad self. God. All right, so this is the developer gameplay overview. This trailer might be a little bit differently paced, but it's going to give us a much closer look at the game. If YouTube would stop being a jerk. Oh my God.
Today, we're going to take a look at our newest game, No Place For Bravery. As you can see, it's a pixel art game with action RPG mechanics.
Damn, that's chunky.
The game is very focused on this kind of combat, where the player needs to
I need this Legend of
manage
Mortal
his
Zelda.
resources carefully to survive.
You expecting me to survive that?
No Place For Bravery tells the story of a father searching for his missing daughter.
One thing that I do hope is that, real quick, I'm going to take a step back and I'm just going to look at this scene again. I hope this game has more vistas than this. That is one of the things that I will say that I found slightly like disappointing. This game reminds me a lot of Hyperlight Drifter, which we played semi-recently on stream, and it was a great game. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, but it used a lot of like these big vistas like this to like use appealing in its marketing. There was like 2, and it was the same 2 that you saw in all of the marketing, and you're like, I was kind of hoping there'd be more of these really cool set pieces, but you only made 2, and I understand that, you know, studio size and budgets and stuff like that, but it's like you only had 2, and you used those 2 for all of your marketing, and now there's nothing new for me to really see in the actual game itself. So just like a little note there, it's not a terribly big deal, but it's definitely something that I found like unfortunate about
No
Hyperlight
Place For
Drifter.
Bravery tells the story of a father searching for his missing daughter.
All right, friendly fire, at least with the range attacks. Take it. Enemies have 2 bars. There's a health bar and like a stamina bar.
The world where they live in has been
You're able to
devastated by
execute
giant
enemies,
creatures.
or like
And
need to execute
Ossuary,
enemies.
one of the last cities left, sits on the brink of a civil war. Along the way, Thorn will face many challenges and tough decisions to reach his goal.
There's a big boy.
This enemy may look like a boss, but he's actually just a common enemy.
Oh!
And it's a very interesting fight. It shows very clearly all the resources the player has at his disposal. You can see that Thorn can attack and defend, and so does the enemy. The game was very inspired by Souls-like games.
I can
You
tell.
have to be very mindful of how long it takes to execute an attack or another action.
I
Timing
don't
is
understand
very
your
important
secondary
here.
bar yet, though. There's that orange bar, and is it like a poise bar? Because you have both health
The game is also very
hearts for health
punishing,
and a
and you will
stamina.
die a
Well,
lot
not a
if you
stamina
make too
bar.
many mistakes. But we are very careful to make the punishment feel fair. The player always has to know what he did wrong.
Oh God! You also have that orange bar up there, and I didn't see it go down for like
we try
any
to
reason.
mix elements
So
from other genres to differentiate the game from other Souls-likes. As you can see, it has some platforming elements, and its level design is inspired
That was
by
a badass
Metroidvanias.
parry.
The player will explore and backtrack a lot, and there will be areas that can only be accessed once the player unlocks specific skills or weapons.
oh, I'm out. He said you
This
backtrack
fight
a lot.
is a good example of a fight with some platforms, showing off this range of possibilities. And the cool thing is that you can skip some fights entirely. Not every fight is absolutely necessary. This is another tiny example of the kind of freedom the player will have in this game. This fight shows how different enemies can be and how the player has to adapt to them. Here we have a big enemy, a small enemy, and an archer. Attacking, defending, dodging, and parrying are the main pieces of our combat system. Every character has a health and a posture bar.
Go
Once
kill the
enemy's
ranged
posture
enemy,
gets to zero,
or
the
get him to
player can
shoot your dude
execute
some
him.
more.
This system was inspired by Sekiro. As you can see, the player dies a lot, and it is a natural part of the game. You can
Oh.
also see that Thorn walks around with a child upon his shoulders. His name is Feet, and he's one of the game's protagonists.
His
Their
name is
relationship
Feet?
is one of the game's main plots, and it will give us a clue about Thorn's relationship with his missing daughter. It is a story about family and about a father that is, in a way, looking for redemption.
Posture bar? Yeah, that's one of my guesses as
Here
well.
we've
But
got a
oh, there we go.
complex battle
He parried it, and that
where
posture
the player
bar
fights
dropped.
a darker version of the character, and every resource the player has will also be in the enemy's possession. So here, he will explore it all.
Another parry,
Defense
dropped
and
again.
offense, parry and dodge.
Broke him. Just
This
lets
will
you
be
get
a
a
recurring
window of
enemy
opportunity to
throughout
beat
the
the
game.
shit out of him.
Always bringing new challenges. As the player gets stronger, so will him. He's got a lot in common with the protagonist, but he's a part of a bigger mystery that will be revealed to the player as he progresses in the narrative.
He's kicking our ass. Yeah, they're losing some of their posture bar as they block, so. You don't lose anything for dodging and attacking. It's only for blocks and parries.
Because the game is so narrative driven, we put a lot of effort into making cutscenes more dramatic, with a lot of camera movement and interesting animations.
Most similar to Sekiro. I mean, he said the game takes heavy inspiration from Sekiro, so that makes sense. Okay. I thought he said Soul series. He did, but
I
he
hope you
later
all
said
have enjoyed
Sekiro
it. This is No
specifically.
Place For Bravery, and don't forget to join our
Available in 2021. This now says September 21st. So, spoiler for the release date trailer that we haven't gotten to yet. But, all right, so this is the demo trailer that went live in September of last year. God damn. Volumes be funny today. Yeah, all of the videos are actually set at the same volume. Like, actually on, like, the little volume slider. I will say the platforming in terms of like dodging across gaps, that looks a little wonky. Okay, we didn't see really anything extra in this. We'll just move on to the release window announcement. All right, we'll see if there's anything extra in these. I'm not expecting a whole lot. These trailers are small, so that's fine. I do like that he's putting, well, at least claimed to put a focus on some narrative experience. Some Souls games can be very weak on their narrative, and I feel like it's not always something that people go for in Souls games. Sometimes it's definitely more about the gameplay and the mechanics, but you're allowed to have both. Okay, that's another cool little set piece too, like I was talking about. Jeez, that was an aggressive moment. I wonder if those zoom-in shots happen often, or if it's just like for cinematic purposes in this trailer. Jesus Christ! Is that an enemy? Ew. That looked awful. Bed of Chaos Mark IV over here. All right, so now this is the release date trailer. This is the latest trailer. I did, semi-spoil it already by saying that this game releases on September 22nd. So very, very soon. But we can go ahead and see if there's anything new in this trailer anyway. This is the most latest one. This trailer, came out in June at Summer Games Fest, or one of the events around it. Okay. Make your family whole, because it's currently in pieces. Stitch them back together with your back hair. Oh, damn. Okay, this game is chunky, bro. Like, it's super, super chunky. So, yeah, it has a release date. It doesn't have a price yet. It doesn't have a price yet. I'm going to guess $20. Just going to throw that out there right now. You can tell me if I'm wrong later. You're more than welcome to. So that's No Place for Bravery. That is way better than I was initially expecting going into this. This goes in the same pile like Blasphemous does for me. Is that a good pile to be in or not? Even like, I don't know what that means. No, that looked cool though. I think that they have a really good direction for the deliverance of the viscerosity of this game. I don't know if that's actually a word, but it's the word that my brain gave to me in terms of like the really grim and gruesome nature. And it just really has a lot of impact in it that I'm impressed that they managed to achieve in a 2D Soulsian game, because even in actual like 3D Soulsians, it can be difficult for them to feel impactful. It's one of the things that I really liked about Tymesia a lot, is it had a lot of really good impact in it, whereas there's some games that everything just kind of feels squishy and soft. And this game definitely feels like it's giving you that weight behind your attacks, behind your blocks, behind your parries, and behind your executions, because damn, for a pixel art game, there has been some effort put into making those executions animated and visceral. And that was just really, really impressive, because when it's strictly pixel art like that, there's so much work involved with animating the tearing of the pixels and doing new sprites for each of those steps, for each of those enemies. We saw different executions for the same enemy, which is also very interesting and unique in that same aspect. So they definitely have been putting forth the effort to make a decent product that is definitely appealing. I like it a lot. There's definitely some meat here that you can cut through, and that is definitely an intentional relation to the general vibe of this game. That's super cool. I never would have thought of it otherwise if we weren't here checking this out now. But yeah, so that's No Place for Bravery. I would love to know what you think. It's going to be out very, very soon. Let me know what you thought about it, if you're ready, if it's already on your wish list, if you've been following it for a while. I'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, though, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.